Hey, it's Laurie again. I hope everyone had a good Christmas and a good New Year. You'll have to excuse my voice today and general stuffiness. I have one awful cold going on, which isn't very fun. Today I wanted to introduce you to my little friend. This very expensive bottle is my affectionately known boy juice or my testosterone gel. This is the stuff that's going to make us into a man. Not that I'm not one already, or one at all. As I've explained before, I'm genderqueer and don't identify fully with being a man either. But testosterone will masculinise me and, at least to outwards appearances, make me look male. Everyone has testosterone in their bodies. Males obviously more than females, and during a cis male's puberty, testosterone production ramps all the way up, and that kind of kickstarts a male puberty, and all the fun things that go along with that, like body hair and a deeper voice and bad acne and everything that makes the awkward teenage years, well, awkward. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I am actually voluntarily going through with puberty for a second time. I mean, it was hard enough the first time, but yeah, this is what I'm doing. At the moment, I've been on testosterone for just over 2 months, so personally, not much has changed yet. I do have a slightly deeper voice, and I've got tiny baby little chest hairs. Not that anyone but me could notice, but it is quite exciting. Keep on being like, ooh, that's a novelty, that's new, that's different, and it is quite nice to see. This second puberty will last as long as the first puberty. It kind of is the same as a cis boy going through kind of puberty. It's kind of the same length of time. So I've got a few more years of this yet, but hopefully by the end of this journey, although I will have to take testosterone for life, I'll look a lot more masculine and eventually have, a beard, a chiseled jaw, all those desirable features. As I've just started my hormone routine, I'm only on a low dose at the minute. I just put on one pump of this stuff. You rub it once a day per night, all over your chest and your shoulders above kind of your nipple line. This would be the same for anyone else using kind of a gel version of testosterone. I think you can go up to 4 pumps a day on the testosterone gel, which is a lot of liquid. But there is other forms and other ways of getting testosterone into your system. Testosterone can also be delivered via an injection, mostly as a once a month intramuscular injection right into your butt cheeks. I think the brand name for this is called Libido. I'm not personally on this though, because with an injection, your testosterone levels will peak and then slowly dissipate, kind of like over the month. Whereas with the gel, it's a more even, natural cycle of hormones going up and down in your body. There's two reasons primarily that I'm not on an injection and I'm using the gel instead. Firstly, and I'm very open about this, is that I've got pretty severe anxiety and depression. Now, obviously, messing with your hormones can massively affect your mood and your mental health. So I didn't want any massive peaks and troughs of hormones impacting on my already not always strong mental state. And also, as a slightly bigger human, it can be harder to deliver the intramuscular injection. And to be honest, I'm quite glad when I had my third appointment with the gender clinic that they didn't just whip out a big needle, because although I'm covered in tattoos and not scared of them, it's not the nicest to get a massive needle shoved in you, is it really? Now, I can't speak for every trans person, far from it, and I've only got my own experiences. But even in the short time I've been on testosterone, I just feel more well and comfortable with myself. For the first time, I'm not just like hating my body, and I'm excited for the changes that are coming and the little things that I'm starting to notice. There is some things, however, that testosterone won't change because I have gone through a female puberty. So obviously to get rid of my chest, I'll have to have top surgery. And it won't change my bone structure, such as my wider hips or things like that. But it will redistribute my fat around these areas so they are more masculine. The only time testosterone or other hormone replacement therapy would change everything and kind of put you through a full puberty as if you'd been on blockers and hadn't gone through an original puberty to begin with. But obviously that can be quite a contentious issue, which I am going to cover in another video. Of course, I don't know so much about this, but hormone therapy is a similar process for trans women. I don't want to speak too much about this because it's not my place to say, as I'm not having these experiences. But as far as I'm aware, female hormones can be delivered through patches or pills, and will have similar but feminizing effects, kind of like addition of fat around the hips and a softening of the skin, things like that. But again, if someone had gone through a male puberty originally, there's some things that feminizing hormones wouldn't change. So once your voice is broken, it's broken, unfortunately, because it's due a permanent thickening of the vocal cords. So hormones won't impact that at all for a trans woman. Instead, many go to speech and language therapy to kind of train their voices to be a little bit higher and more feminine than, like, I guess, natural male tones. So since starting testosterone, I've not only noticed physical changes, but there's 3 other areas testosterone will and can impact on. So it is going to impact on me psychologically. So far I haven't noticed too much, other than it can be hard to access some emotions. It almost feels as though there's a block there, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it is definitely something I'm having to get used to. It's affecting us physiologically in terms of my senses are changing. Things feel different when I touch them. My body feels different in itself, which is a really nice feeling and something I didn't expect. And obviously, there's the big one. Full pun intended there. It is definitely having an impact on my kind of libido and my sex drive. It is through the absolute roof, and it is pretty much like I'm just a horny teenage boy. But obviously I knew that was gonna kind of come with, starting testosterone and stuff. I might as well enjoy it while it lasts, eh? But yeah, jokes aside, being on hormone therapy is an amazing step, and it really feels as though it's a step on a journey towards kind of being the person that I know I am inside. I never knew it would feel this good all round to, just have this hormone in my body. And sometimes I can't quite believe that I am actually on testosterone now, after quite literally years of, confusion, anger, hurt, and then again years on waiting lists and having to pay out privately and all that kind of stuff. It just doesn't quite feel real sometimes. But yeah, that's just my little lowdown on testosterone and how it's affected me personally, and kind of a little bit of background on how it works and how you can get it. My next video is going to be on the mental health effects of testosterone and what it's been like adjusting to being on testosterone whilst already having mental health conditions. But that'll be uploaded in the next few days. But in the meantime, like the video, subscribe, and watch out for more.